Hello everybody and welcome to Silverstone. We've got some Brit car action to bring you and we could not be placed any better. Look at this. Yes, it's the endurance and Praga categories, and look, we've got the Pragas right in front. Come for a walk, let's go for a walk and let's get a little bit closer. They're just lining up, getting ready to go out on track, and I think we're actually going to be able to get ourselves out on track as well. There's Ben Collins, Jay Morton, the green flag is going, they're heading out onto track now just to do the loop round, then they'll line up on the grid, and we're going to get ourselves out there as well and see if we can grab a word with one or two of the drivers. Look at these cars, there go the Pragas, here comes the McLaren, it's just a feast. Look at the Audi coming down as well, there's a Porsche down there, there's Ferraris, there's Jaguars, you name it, there's all sorts in this grid. It is going to be incredible, you are not going to want to miss this. There goes the Porsche, there goes the Aston Martin. Oh my word, here comes another Porsche as well. If you're into cars, this is absolutely fantasy land, isn't it? There they go, they're giving us the flash of the headlights as well. I'm going to wave at them as they go through. There they go. Here's Alex Day and William Foster there. There is that gorgeous Ferrari going through. Oh, look at these. And look at this lovely Martina livery as well. There goes the Nissan GT3 coming through. Oh, and look at that. Number 72, the Aston Martin of Chris Murphy. There goes the Team Brit car, Bobby Trundley and Aaron Morgan piloting that today. We're in for an absolute feast. So, there we go. There goes Mark Havers and Rick Kerry out onto the tracks. The Brit car heading round for to get themselves lined up, ready for this 2-hour endurance race. I'm going to see if I can get myself on track. Whilst we wait for that, I'm going to hand over to your commentator, Dave Goddard. I'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, Ian. Yes, good afternoon, Brit car fans, and welcome to Silverstone Circuit for the 2-hour race for the Goodyear Brit car endurance and Praga categories. Dave Goddard here taking you through the action, and we have got a huge grid of 28 cars, I make it, for this one. It's the majority of the Praga Championship cars blocked out the front of the grid. Let's take you through it then. In pole position, car number 111 from Tim Gray Motorsports. That will be started by Richard Wells, always a quick starter, sharing with Alex Capadia. Alongside them will be number 333, the Praga 3 Lions car. No Abby Eaton today in that car, she's busy with W Series, so Ash Dibden is taking the start in that car, sharing with Gordy Much. Second row, number 29, the CW Performance car. Richard Morris of Racing Pride takes the start in that one, sharing with Chris Wesmail. And alongside them, number 84, that's Ed Bridle going first in the VR Motorsport car. Chris Bridle will take over. Row 3, the double winner from Alton Park, number 85, the Praga Race Academy car. Jay Morton, the ex-SAS soldier, starts that car. He's got a new co-driver today, no Angus Fender, it's Ben Collins. Yes, that Ben Collins is his partner. Will take over later on. Alongside them, number 91, the Praga started by Charlie Martin. Jack Fabi will take over the Powerhouse Performance car. Another Praga on row 4, number 87. That's started by the one and only Jimmy Broadbent, sharing with Jem Hepworth. So Jimmy recently in the news driving a Formula 1 Surtees at the Buckmore Park kart track. More on him later on. Alongside them, number 7, which will be started by Miles Lacey, sharing with Mr. JWW, James Walker. The 5th row of the grid, the first of the non-Pragas, the Nissan GTR number 23, Richard Wheeler takes the start in the Fox Transport car, sharing with Danny Harrison. Alongside number 77, the McLaren of Motus 1, Dave Scaramanga is going first, sharing with Will Powell. Row 6, number 31, which is another Praga, that's the Goodman family. I believe it's Rod Goodman going first in that car. Elliot Goodman joining him for the first time this year. Alongside number 3, the Tyrannus, Ben Sharich will start that car. Team boss Johnny McGregor will take over. Row 7, we've got the first of the Ferraris, number 16, Bonamy Grimes starts the FF Corsa run car, sharing with Johnny Molem. Number 32, the SG Racing Porsche, Mark Cunningham takes the start in that car. Row 8, we've got the Simpson Motorsport number 138. That's the Audi TCR car. That's well up, the first of the Class 4 cars. And that will be started by Hugo Cook, sharing with Sasha Kakard. Alongside him will be the number 60 EDF Motorsports car, Martin Byford. Starting that car, Ash Woodman will take over. Row 9, we've got the number 44. William Foster takes the start in that TCR Cupra. Alex Day will take over. Alongside will be number 9, the Porsche of Peter Erceg. He drives solo. The championship leaders are on row 10. The Porsche number 69, which is started by Dave Bennett. Marcus Fothergill will take over. Alongside them will be number 144, the RNR Performance Cars Ferrari. Chris Goddard will start that car. Charlie Hollings will take over. Row 11, number 66, that's the Motus One Hyundai TCR car. Nicole Drought driving first. She'll hand over to co-driver Danny Krivich. Number 38, the Triple M Automotive Aston Martin is ex-Mark Albert taking the start. Dale Albert will take over. Row 12 is number 99, the TCR Spec VW Golf of Paul Sheard's team. It's George Healer going first in that car, showing with Jonathan Beeson. Alongside Team Brits in their Aston Martin. Aaron Morgan will start that car. Bobby Trundley will take over. That car had some problems in free practice, so hopefully it is out there. The Whitebridge Aston Martin, former champion Chris Murphy, he drives solo, starts 25th on the grid, alongside the AFM Racing number 63. Mark Havers starts that Seat TCR. Ricky Kerry will take over. The final row, the invitation class car, number 73, Mike Coker with the Valor Racing Aston Martin. Alongside number 88, the Jaguar F-Type, Callum Thompson takes the start. Adam Thompson will take over. Pace car is into pit lane, waiting for the red lights to go out. Richard Wells and Ash Dibden lead them up towards the red lights. They go out and the race is underway. And down towards the first corner it is Richard Wells who makes the best start as expected. The big Nissan moving up the inside there as well. There's Peter Erceg and Dave Bennett in the two Porsches, the championship pace setters in their classes. Dave Bennett and Marcus Fothergill's Porsche leading the championship overall. It's Richard Wells who has the lead ahead of Ash Dibden in the Battle of the Pragas at the front of the field. Third place Richard Morris in the black and red car there, number 29, shared with Chris Wesmail. Ed Bridle in fourth place. There's Jimmy Broadbent, 87. He's back with Rod Goodman at the wheel of number 31, Praga. First time I think that Jimmy's taken the first stint in a race, so that was possibly his first ever rolling start in the Praga. He's got Mark Cunningham's Porsche behind him as they start to sort themselves out. There's the former champion, the new Aston Martin, number 72, Chris Murphy, the black car. Leaders into club for the first time, and Richard Wells, normally we see him off like a scolding cat at the start, but the other Pragas keeping up with him so far. Good start by Richard Wheeler in the big Nissan in there. Normally goes well here at Silverstone. Did on the international circuit in round one. The majority of the winnings so far overall been done by John Seal and Jamie Stanley's Lamborghini. That's not here this weekend. Also seen a win for John Dillon's Ferrari. That's not here either. For a third place there, looks like Ed Bridle having a go at Richard Morris. Richard Wells will lead the first lap of this 2-hour race under Tim Gray Motorsport number 111 Praga. These Czech-built carbon fibre machines powered by turbocharged Renault engines leads across the line for the first time. The Three Lions Praga of Ash Dibden in second. Third is CW Performance with Richard Morris at the wheel. There's number 91. That is Charlie Martin. She's up to fourth place, has got ahead of the number 84 of Ed Bridle. First non-Praga is the big Nissan of number 23 in Class 1 of the Brit Car Championship. So they start to sort themselves out then. There's one of the Pragas, number 31, that's Rod Goodman. First time Elliot Goodman is sharing the car with him today. I think they're father and son, those two, but I may be wrong. Leaders going through, there's our third place man. Blue car is Ed Bridle in fourth. Miles Lacey fifth. In the blue and gold car. I think that has to be my favourite livery out there, isn't that beautiful? Hashtag winning instinct, it says on the rear wing. Let's see if they can get perhaps their first podium here today. Here's a battle. The McLaren's got ahead of the Porsche. Dave Scaramanga ahead of Mark Cunningham, and the Tyrannus of Ben Sharich has taken Bon Grimes in the Ferrari. Bon, as we said, recent double winner in the Sports Prototype Cup here in his Duqueine LMP3 V8 engine ex-Le Mans car. Bon has raced at Le Mans in a Ferrari in the past. Here's a battle. Did I see windscreen wipers on there on the Audi S3 of Hugo Cook? I think I did. Don't tell me it's going to start to rain here at Silverstone. 73 Mike Coker back going again in the Aston. pit window doesn't open for another 4 minutes, so we won't see any stops just yet. As conditions changed completely here at Silverstone. Such a great shame it waited until the brick car race started. There's a spinner. Somebody gone off already down at club. It's the Jaguar F-Type, I think, of Callum Thompson. Yes, he's going again. So they're going to be tiptoeing around, especially this bottom end of the circuit. 85 has gone. That is Jay Morton. That's the first of the Pragas to spin. I think we're going to see a few spinners here somehow. You can see he's on slick tyres. I think we're going to see a fair bit of chaos here until the pit window opens. It's going to be everybody in at the first opportunity. There's Aaron Morgan, the wheelchair-bound racer in his Aston Martin run by Team Brit. It's a BMW racer. There's Dave Bennett in the Porsche, the championship leader, getting past the Hyundai TCR car. He's pouring down out there. I think the leader's had it off somewhere possibly as well, because the 333 car has taken the lead on that lap. We were looking at spinners elsewhere. You can see on the class standings there on the right of your screen, the Team Praga 3 Lions car has taken the lead. So it wouldn't surprise me if Richard Wells has had a moment somewhere. There's 84, that's Ed Bridle. He's just ahead of the number 7 of Miles Lacey. Here are the leaders. So Richard Wells trying to fight back. And the sun's coming out again at Stowe Corner. On board with the Team Brit Aston Martin, through goes Miles Lacey's Praga. The sun coming out again at Woodcote there as they come up past the pits. And it's back into the rain again. How can Aaron Morgan see where he's going? And there you can see that rainstorm through Aaron Morgan's windscreen. That's affecting just the other side of the circuit. This is bizarre. Meanwhile, the 333 car has headed into the pits of Ash Dibden. I think that was just before the pit window has opened, actually. The pit window opens now. Yeah, the pit window has just opened. I think the 333 came in a bit early. That had a spin. That's the 68. That's the car we were just riding with, Aaron Morgan. That's the 80. Yeah, that's the 85 car coming in of Jay Morton. Chris Goddard has come in as well to hand over to Charlie Hollings, the professional driver. There's the Ferrari. We've got Praga's manoeuvring in the pits. So the 333 has gone back out, so has the 87 into their outlaps. Jen Hepworth, the former champion, now on board the 87 Praga. She shared with Danny Harrison last season, so Jimmy Broadbent has completed his stint. Assuming there has been a driver change there, I don't know. Because a lot of the Pragas, of course, you said, are probably going to have to make 2 pit stops. I imagine most of the field will make 2 pit stops because of the rain slowing things down. They'll be marginal on fuel mileage. We'll wait and see. We know the starting drivers who don't have been changed on the pit stop. So there's the battle for the lead. I think the 29 car has got through there. Yes, it has. So 29, Richard Morris, now your race leader. Black Praga with the red nose, CW Performance car. There is Rod Goodman pressing on in his Praga. The number 3 of Ben Sharich, the Johnny McGregor-owned Tyrannus. There's the leader. Oh, we've got a spin. Richard Wells has spun, the second place man. He's facing backwards. That's coming out of Farm Corner. So he's going to try and rejoin. He's spun out of one of the races at Alton Park, I remember as well. Was it Alton? No, it was Snetterton, apologies. Mike Coker back in the pit lane. Not having a happy time, sadly, handling issues with the Aston Martin. Run by Valor Racing, AMR Heritage Racing. Now, here are the leaders, and look, Miles Lacey has caught Richard Morris. That's great to see. Here they come. Now, can Miles Lacey put the number 7 car into the lead for the first time ever? Started off slowly this season. They have learnt so quickly. This is brilliant stuff. He did say Elliot Goodman was going to be in the 31 car. I've just been told Rod Goodman is driving that car solo, so thanks for clearing that up. Steve Wood down in the pits. In the meantime, Here comes Miles Lacey. Is he going to take the lead at Club Corner? Yes, he's done it. Miles Lacey into the lead in car number 7. That is brilliant. Stowe Corner he goes towards Club. Lead gap now up to, get this, 18.5 seconds. He's taken away nearly 6 seconds on that last lap. Praga is absolutely flying. Fastest lap of the race still with Richard Wells. He's 9th after a couple of spins. 2 minutes 2.082. '84 is closing in for second place as well, I think. Ed Bryden, VR Motorsport Praga. They're less than a second back on number 29 of Richard Morris now. An hour and 20 minutes to go. I'll tell you that Bon Grimes has just taken the lead. Yes, there he is. In Class 3 ahead of Mark Cunningham's Porsche, so he's made that move on the end of the previous lap. Up on the Jaguar F-Type there of Callum Thompson. Oh, the Porsche's spun. Mark Cunningham has spun there. We can just see on the left of your screen. Has spun into the club complex. Now the yellow flags will be out there. The Praga coming through there needs to be careful. There's the third place car, Ed Bridle, number 84. There you can see the gap. Has the 84 got through there for second place? Yes, it has. That confused me for a second there, I apologise. I missed that. So Ed Bridle is now in second. Richard Morris seems to be struggling. They had trouble with this car in the previous round at Alton Park as well. Whether it's the tyres because of the rain earlier on or whether he's got a problem, I'm not sure. But he's lost second to Ed Bridle there. Lap speeds are now getting back into the 2-minute 2s among the Pragas, the leading runners in the Praga Championship, so the circuit has dried out for them. In comes the Ferrari. I thought that might be one of the first cars in at this point, because Charlie Hollings, with all due respect to Chris Goddard, is the quicker of the two. He's a professional driver. There's Chris Goddard getting out. In comes the Ferrari as well. Yes, Johnny Molem is going to take over that car. There's Johnny. So Bon Grimes will get out. Johnny Molem will get in. The professional drivers starting to take over. So that means the Ferrari will give up the lead of Class 3 to the Porsche of Mark Cunningham. Is the Nissan going to come in this time of Richard Wheeler? Let's see if it comes through here onto the home straight. No, Richard continues. So this is the point we predicted. We get a lot of pit callers. First couple have come in. That's the second stop for the Ferrari. The 333 Pragas come back in as well, of Ash Dibden and Gordy Much. Comes the leader down to Maggots and Beckett's. In comes the Nissan. Now Danny Harrison is going to take over at the wheel of the Fox Transport car. Richard Wheeler gets out, so the pace should increase. Danny, the quicker of the two drivers. It stops increasing as we go to half distance. The 84 car is in as well. Ed Bridle will hand over to twin brother Chris. They were running up there in second. The Taramis is in as well. Johnny McGregor is going to take over from Ben Sharich. Driver standing by with the fire extinguisher. That's good to see as the fuel goes in. Does anybody else come in on this lap? We know the 91 has just been in. That's just gone back out in the hands of Jack Fabi. The 87 car is back in. It's just come back in, I can tell you. So it'll be Jen Hepworth taking over. Oh, and a bit of contact there. That's the Martin Byford Seat and the Porsche of Dave Bennett. Looked like there was a little bit of coming together there. So the past half distance, in comes the championship leading Porsche Marcus Fothergill is going to take over. There is Marcus in the black race suit and helmet there. Dave Bennett will get out. Richard Wells is coming in. You can see on the right of your screen there as well. Alex Kapadia is going to take over. There's treble one. That is Alex Kapadia. He's just done the first lap of the race under 2 minutes, 1:59.86. Now watch for him coming through. He did this at Alton Park and he gained 10 places, 13th to 3rd. He's closing in there on the 333 Prague, which we know is a couple of laps down. Now the timing screen now does show as they come through, is it the 91? Yes. So Powerhouse Performance, number 91 of Jack Fabi and Charlie Martin. Jack Fabi on board have taken the lead as a result of the stops. 40 minutes exactly to go in this Goodyear Brick Car Endurance and Praga Championship race. After the pit stops have all worked out, we've got a cracking race on our hands, particularly between the Pragas in the top 5 places. The Audi, I can tell you, has rejoined in 12th place, and they're still in the lead, I think, of Class 4. Ahead of the Porsche. Yes, Peter Erscheg, the only car that hasn't pitted, is still second in class. He's just lost that second place though, because I think Peter Erscheg might be running out of fuel and is crawling round to the pits at the moment. We'll try and pick it up if we can. He may have left it too late to make his pit stop, or whether he's got a problem and has dropped out. We've got a yellow flag out. Now where's that? I think that's on the run down into Brooklands Corner, so we'll try and pick up what that is. There goes the leader. Onto Hanger Straight. Nissan ahead of him, racing to be lap there in 7th place. There is the number 7, the car that led before the stops. They're now down to 3rd place. James Walker, not as experienced as the drivers around him, Mr. JWW. There's the 87 car, running in 15th place now, and 7th of the Pragas. There's double yellows. That's at Abbey, in fact. I wonder, that's where we saw Peter Erscheg slowing. I think we might have lost the Porsche. And he's the points leader in Class 4 as well. Kapadia across the line, 2 minutes, 0.4 that time through. Still your leader is the number 91. What's the gap this time? It's down to 12 seconds now, so 1.2 seconds taken out of our race leader. The gap is coming down. Meanwhile, the number 31 has taken 3rd place. Rod Goodman has got ahead of James Walker, and closing both of them down is number 111, Alex Kapadia. That white Praga could be the one to watch here. They're all going to close up again. It's almost like a spring. It gets stretched apart at the pit stops and then coils back up again. Oh, hang on. Johnny Molem's come back in with the Ferrari. Is that for a top-up on fuel, or has he got a problem? So the red Ferrari that was leading Class 3 has just come back in the pits. Kapadia has just done a 1:58.994. There he is, at the back of this group. That's the fastest car on track. There he goes. Alex Kapadia is closing towards our top 4. What's the gap to the number 7 ahead? It's 23 seconds, so he's going to try and close up on them ahead. He might run out of time, though, to make any more progress. Leader comes up on the Ferrari. Johnny Molin will see him. Through goes the Praga of Jack Fabi. Johnny Molin has raced in Ferraris at Le Mans with his partner Bob Grimes, so he's used to racing against quicker prototypes. Jaguar F-Type. Now the leader's got a lap Danny Privich in his TCR Hyundai. Trying to put as much distance between himself and CW Performance Praga as possible. That's Chippy Westmail has just done his personal best lap, 2 minute 1.97. He's back on it. The gap is just over 10 seconds. With 24 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Can he catch him? Meantime, the gap between 3rd and 4th on the last lap was 1.8 seconds. Kapadia had almost caught Rod Goodman for 3rd place. He's doing the same as he did at Alton Park here. We'll see on the timing screen if he's got him. Yes, he has got him. I thought he would have done. Capadia, the 111, I think, to third place. You can see on the left of your screen there. Let's see what Alex Capadia does this time round. Is he closing on the lead battle? The lead gap is now down to 9.3 seconds, so another 7/10 gained by Westmail on that lap. Here comes the 111 over the line. There's a 2 minutes .1 that time through. Yeah, he's 30 seconds down on the number 29 in second, so I don't think he's going to improve on third place. So drama in Class 1. Try and keep an eye on the Nissan GTR, because I think that's got a problem. And the Tyrannus has taken the lead of Class 1. I did wonder, while we were concentrating on the Pragas there, it was slowing. In Class 3, meanwhile, it's still Johnny Molem in 10th overall, the Red River Sport by FF Corsa Ferrari. And in Class 4, it's the CTR Alphatune Cupra of Day and Foster. They're running 14th. There is the number 7 Praga in 5th place. James Walker at the wheel. Had a good run, they led before the stops. There is Capadia. Powerhouse Performance number 91 leads by 7.7 seconds. They lost another few tenths to the 29 of Chris Westmail. There is the Tyrannus, the yellow car. That's 6th overall lead in Class 1 now. And there is Alex Capadia. The only man to have lapped, I think, in under 2 minutes in this race. No, apologies, Gordy Much has done that as well. And is that the Tyrannus slowing as well? Yeah, Johnny McGregor's slowing as well. What's going on with the Class 1 cars? So that means that Will Powell's going to take the lead in Class 1 in the McLaren. There's the 7 car in. And they're not refuelling there. Is that a late driver change up? Well, the pit window closed with 20 minutes to go. So this is not a standard stop, because there's 13.5 minutes now to go. I think the 7 car's got a problem as well. Right, here comes the leader then, round to complete lap number 51 of this Goodyear Brick Car Endurance and Praga category race. Over the line. He does a 2 minutes 3.26. There's the second place car. 3.6 seconds is the gap. A 2 minute 1.36 from Chris Westmail. I think he's going to catch Jack Fabi here. There they are. You can see the gap between the two of them. Here comes Chippy. Jack Fabi's going to be warned by his pit board on the main straights that the lead gap is coming down by about 2 seconds a lap almost now. Yep, there they are. Chris Westmail is going to catch Jack Fabi here, surely. Brave effort by Powerhouse Performance. Fabi started, that car started by Charlie Martin. Richard Morris started the 29 car, the Racing Pride founder. There's a slowing Cupra. Oh, that's the Class 4 leader. The Class 4 leader of Alex Day is pulling over. What is going on with our classes today? Alex Day has stopped, so just at the pit lane exit there at Cops. So it's the 66 Hyundai that now leads Class 4. On its debut, Danny Krivich and Nicole Trout have taken the lead of Class 4. Well, another class leader hits problems. What's the lead gap this time through? We'll go back to that. It's 3.2 seconds, so another 4/10 of a second gained by Chris Westmail. And in Class 1, I can't believe I'm saying this, the McLarens now come into the pits again. Has that got a problem, or have they just come in for a bit of fuel? We can find out from the pits the McLaren has just come back in. So if the Nissan keeps going here, the Nissan actually... Yeah, there's the McLaren. The Nissan is still lapping, but slowly. And the McLaren's still in the pit, so they're doing... I wouldn't imagine they're doing a late driver swap, that can't be right. So have they got a problem as well? Was it a splash of fuel for that car too? I'm not sure they'll be threatened. I think they were a lap clear of the... yes, the McLaren's going back out, so They were a lap clear of the Nissan, so it's still going to be close. That Nissan we know is struggling, lapping in the 2-minute 40s. Leaders lap the Class 4 leader, the Hyundai. Yes, they're on. Oh, a big slide there for Chris Westmail. Nearly lost it there. I hope his tyres aren't going off. They'll be coming up towards the Wellington Straight next, and then under the bridge down to Brooklands. Just a couple of laps left to go this time around. Less than 3 minutes on the clock. There's the Ferrari. They're heading for the win in Class 3 in 7th overall. Here they come then into Luffield. Now he's almost caught Jack Fabi, Chris Westmail. They're almost together. It's going to be a fight to the flag. Over the line they come. 2 laps to go here at Silverstone. Now in the sunshine after that rain shower halfway through. The gap is 1.5 seconds. Personal best lap for Chris Westmail again. 2 minutes 1.038. Fabi does a 2 minutes 2.3. Surely Chris Westmail is going to catch the race leader here. Having seen all the problems further back, we don't want to put the curse of the commentator on anyone. The 333 car's back in for a 5th stop. They've climbed to 5th. That comes in again. That's the Gordy Much and Ash Dibden car. They've stopped so many times, I don't know which of them's in the car, unfortunately. Kapadia is still 3rd in the white 111. And the Motus 1 car in 4th, number 31. Where are our race leaders? We've got to pick them up in a moment. 333 with a problem there. It's been in and out of the pits all race, but still in the top 5, that car. The McLaren, I can tell you, is still leading Class 1. So here come the leaders. Is Jack Fabi going to hang on? Give him one more lap this time around. He's got to race on the limits. He'll be mindful of his fuel. Swing their way through Village. Typical nail-biting endurance racing. This is what it's all about. This is why we love motor racing. Lapping the Jonathan Beeson Golf there. Aston Martin from Team Brits with Bobby Trunkley on board as well. They come towards Luffield. They'll start their final lap this time. What's the gap going to be? It was down to 1.5 seconds last time through, or just over 1.5 seconds. They've got to deal with the back markers. Up over the line they come to start their final lap. 1.8 seconds in it. A final push needed from Jack Fabi. He actually increased his advantage on that last lap by 0.3 of a second. Chris Westmail is going to have to really push here. It's like the last stages of a stage of the Tour de France. Who's got the most reserve left? Is there anything left between these two drivers? Oh, Rod Goodman stopped. Oh, he was in 4th place. That's another car falling at last. I bet he's run out of fuel. Rod Goodman, the soloist in the number 31 Praga, the Motus 1 car, he's out. I bet he's run out of fuel. I hope neither of these two run out of fuel. So Goodman will lose 4th place. The McLaren could end up 4th overall at this rate. We'll have to wait and see. There go the 2 leaders. Can Chris Westmail do it in these final few corners? Can he catch Jack Fabi, or is it going to be a first overall win for Charlie Martin and Jack Fabi for powerhouse performance? They come towards Village for the last time. It's only the long left at the loop onto the Wellington Straight, then Brooklands and Luffield. The 91 is almost there. The clock has counted down to 0. Waiting for them to come into sight. A few of the back markers come through. Confirm the class winners when we can. Here they come. Westmail with one final push. I think he's going to be too late. Jack Fabi into Brooklands. Westmail's there behind him. I don't think he's going to do it. Charlie Martin and Jack Fabi for number 91. Powerhouse performance, Praga R1 is going to win here at Silverstone. Westmail comes up just short. The checkered flag is almost in sight. There it is. And the win goes to Powerhouse Performance number 91. Charlie Martin and Jack Fabi take their first win of the Goodyear Brick Car Endurance Championship season by 0.675 of a second. Chris Westmail comes up short in the car started by Richard Morris. What an effort to fight back. There's our third place car, number 111, Alex Kapadia. And he dropped off the pace in the closing stage. He must be conserving fuel. Said about the first of these Pragas, so Alex Kapadia must have been conserving fuel and being happy with third place. Yes, he comes across the line, last lap at 2:25. He gets third place overall. There's the McLaren, with Rod Goodman dropping out, not making the finish line. I think the McLaren will be classified fourth. They will win Class 1. Class 3 is won by the Ferrari, there it is, of Johnny Molem and Bon Grimes. So we'll confirm the provisional results then. The win goes to the Powerhouse Performance Prague number 91 of Jack Fabi and Charlie Martin, 0.675 a second up on Chippy Westmail and Richard Morris. Third place for Alex Kapadia and Richard Wells in their Praga, and the rest of the field a couple of laps down. 31 we'll presume will be not classified in fourth, it didn't actually cross the line. So next home was the McLaren of Motus 1, then the J2 Praga, the number 87 of Broadbent and Hepworth, then the first of the Class 3 cars in 7th overall, the Ferrari of Molem and Grimes. 8th place, number 85, which is the Praga of Ben Collins and Jay Morton. 9th place for the Nissan, struggled in the closing stages, and 10th place the Cunninghams in their Porsche. 11th the Three Lions Praga, but that finished in the pits, so I don't think that'll be classified. 12th and first in Class 4 with the Hyundai TCR. Then the Fothergill and Bennett Porsche. The Audi, that's not recorded as having crossed the line, so that's gone missing somewhere on the last lap as well. Then the Shared Autosport Golf TCR in 15th place. It's of course just taken from the live timing. Next home was the Goddard and Hollings Ferrari. Then EDF Motorsports Seat, the Whitebridge Aston Martin, the CTR Alpha Tune Seat Cooper we know didn't finish, we saw that pull up. And a lot of the other cars, the Triple M Automotive Aston Martin was still running at the finish. We think the Team Brit Aston Martin and the New Barn Jaguar were, but the rest were retirements. We can now hand down to Ian in Parc Fermé to talk to some of our drivers.
Hello everybody, welcome down to a very, very happy Parc Fermé. Come for a walk with me, shall we? Because actually car number 29 just crashed into its trophies as it parked up. But we must grab Jack Fabi and Charlie Martin taking the Praga class win. Let's grab it. Let's just enjoy the moment for a second. Look at this embrace here. There is Charlie Martin and Jack Fabi. So Charlie, just very quickly, congratulations. You must be delighted, aren't you?
Yeah, really buzzing. I mean, it was tense watching that at the end.
Yeah. We were chatting in the garage, weren't we? And the seconds, it was just getting a bit closer, too close for comfort at times.
Yeah, and I think like Chippy had got new tyres on, and you know, it was just, and then seeing the traffic play out as well, and Chippy had a little lock up at one point. I think it was so tense, but you know, credit to Jack for just keeping his head down, not buckling under the pressure, because yeah, it feels really good.
What are you doing that side of the fence? Get yourself in here. Come on, Charlie. Come on. Let's go find Jack as well. Jack, congratulations. I've just been chatting to Charlie, and it was getting a bit close at the end, wasn't it? But hey, boy, oh boy, you took it home.
Yeah, that was the hardest race I think I've ever done. Not just physically, but mentally. I mean, I had a shocking qualifying. I drove into the back of someone in the pit lane like an idiot. The boys worked super hard to get the car fixed for the race, and Charlie, I mean, oh my gosh, what, like, credit where credit's due. She started it. She managed to deal the conditions when it started raining. Literally amazing drive by her. And then I jumped in the car, and oh god, I'm so tired now. Yeah, just there's something going wrong with the front left wheel, so every time I went on a slow corner, it completely locked up. And yeah, difficult race in that sense, but I could see Chippy coming behind me, and I was like, right, I've got to start pushing. Found some 1.5 seconds or something. I just thought, right, just got to try and keep up with it. But yeah, wow. Credit Charlie, oh my gosh, what a drive.
Ah, fantastic guys, well done, congratulations. I'll let you get your trophies. And let's go, here we got Richard Morris over here. And guys, it was getting incredibly close, wasn't it?
Oh, it was, yeah. I mean, ridiculously close for a 2-hour race. To be, I mean, they've followed each other over the line. I mean, the strategy's obviously played out over the length of the race. We're not really sure how the 91 car got ahead, but you know, Chippy did an amazing job to bring us back so close at the end, and I mean, my stint was just so tricky with the weather, but I did my best, and yeah, it's amazing, really great advert for Praga and for BRICKAR to have such a close race after 2 hours.
It's been wonderful, congratulations on it. Here he is as well, almost, maybe just a few more laps and you might have had enough in the tank.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened in the pit stops, to be honest with you. We'll have to have a look, go away and have a look, but car was amazing. Reeling jacking just ran out of laps. I think it's always just that one more, isn't it? But massive thanks to all the sponsors, Core, Hills, Webcetera. That's what makes this happen. Let's Rich and I go out, and it's just so much fun.
Congratulations, well done.
Well, welcome back to the home of British Motorsports here at Silverstone. The cars are on their way to the grid and it will be a rolling start. So we will give you the grid for this one. It's a big grid. We should see 37 cars out there for this one. In pole position is the white Ginetta, run by Data Motorsport, the Ginetta G55A. That will be started by Dutchman Axel van Nederveen. He'll hand over to the man we just heard from, Adrian Medeiros. And alongside him will be number 74, Mark Lee, in his SVG Motorsports run, Ginetta G56A. So an all Ginetta front row. Mark Lee is driving solo. Second row, number 7, the BMW from Canyon Racing, Andy Stocco will start that car. David McDonald will take over. And alongside that BMW will be number 10, the car that's unbeaten in overall classification so far this year, the Woodrow Motorsports BMW 1 Series. Simon Baker will start that car. Ollie Rubin will take over. Row 3, number 82, which is the Quattro Motorsports BMW. Richard Evans will start that car. Shane Stoney, the ex-Mini Challenge champion, will take over. And alongside them, car number 20, which is the Peugeot RCZ. Rob Smith taking the start. Chris Campbell will take over. On the fourth row, number 308, which is Steve Rothery in a Peugeot 308. He drives solo, the ex-truck racer. And the first of the Renault Clios alongside him, number 177, not running in the dedicated Clio class. They're in class 2, the more powerful Renault Clio. Ryan Firth taking the start. Andy Mollison will take over. Row 5, number 2, the Ginetta G40. Peter Spano takes the start. Andrew Bentley will take over. Alongside number 19, well up on the grid, the first of the class 3 cars. They are the overall championship leaders. Steve Griffiths will start that car, relaying Jamie Vinol-Meyer in the little Ginetta G20. On to the 10th row. Here's former champion number 72, Chris Murphy, in the Whitebridge Motorsport car, normally seen in Aston Martins. Today he's in a BMW Z3. Alongside number 6, the Quattro Motorsport Ginetta of Bill Forbes. Coming up towards the red lights, then about to get underway. The power comes on and away they go. Down towards the first corner. Steve Rothery's got away well in the Peugeot 308 there on the inside. The other Peugeot of Rob Smith, the RCZ, in the middle. But it's the two Ginettas that lead the way into Copse Corner for the first time. The rest of the pack just taking it steady. The number 4 there, it's Darren Gerhardt's in his Renault Clio. But it is Axel van Nederveen in the white Datum Motorsport Ginetta who leads. Andy Stocco in the BMW up into second place. A rare sight to see Simon Baker's 1 Series BMW not at the head of the field. Mark Lee down the inside into Beckett's, moves Andy Stocco wide and takes second place. They come out towards the Hanger Straight for the first time. Axel van Nederveen, newcomer to BRICKAR in the Ginetta G55, leads the way. The Ginetta G56 of Mark Lee, the SVG Motorsport run car, in second place. Third place is Andy Stocco. It's a solid scrum of cars behind. We're on board with Team Brit. There's almost a bit of contact in there. As the Team Brit BMW comes through the field. It's the N240i driven by Andrew Tucker. Racing there, the number 14 ahead, who nearly spins it. That's, is that 14 or number 11? Yeah, 14 of Terry Stevens, the Peugeot 308 that was. Leaders are at Abbey. Along the Sir Lewis Hamilton straight, Axel van Nederveen from Mark Lee. Here comes Simon Baker in that wild 1 Series, through on the inside to take third. Then it's Rob Smith in the Peugeot RCZ. will pick up the class leaders at the end of the first lap. It's a long lap here at Silverstone. One or two newcomers on the grid. We saw Bill Forbes in the red Ginetta there. First Brit car race for him. A fine sight they make in the Silverstone sunshine. Somebody going over the curves there on the inside of Farm. That was Alistair Lindsay in his Seat, I think, on board with Andrew Tucker in the Team Brits BMW, chasing Terry Stevens' Peugeot. Bill Forbes in the orange Ginetta there on the outside as they come through the loop section up towards the Wellington Straights. The leaders are at the end of the Wellington Straights. Start to sort themselves out. It's still Ginetta's first and second. Mark Lee in second place, Simon Baker third, Andy Stoko fourth, Rob Smith in the Peugeot RCZ, the only one of its kind racing in the UK, I think. Good to see a couple of Clios up there as well. Ryan Firth, his Clio 177 is running in Class 2. The other Clios running in their own dedicated class. There's the other Peugeot. Steve Rothery began his career in a Clio, done a bit of truck racing as well in his time. Here come the leaders. Mark Lee rather, starting to attack, getting mixed up with Ryan Firth in the Clio further back there. Apologies there. They come through Beckett's corner, the two Ginettas first and second. Simon Baker third, Andy Stoko, Rob Smith, Steve Rothery. There's Ryan Firth. And then Richard Higgins, a little bit sideways in the Porsche. He's third in Class 2. Steve Rothery is leading Class 2 in the Porsche. Ryan Firth's Clio second. Cars ahead of them all Class 1. There goes Ryan Firth, there's Richard Higgins, and there's the Clio class leader, number 41, Aaron Thompson. Well, the Bobby has raced in British touring cars. They're all just taking it easy at the moment. I don't like the look of those black clouds. Don't think we're going to have another cloud burst here at Silverstone. Here comes Simon Baker at the inside, now getting into his stride. He's going to go for second into Abbey, and Rob Smith in the Peugeot going for fourth. Board with Team Brits in their BMW. That car currently running in 11th place. They've got two BMWs out there though. Number 71 is the other one, the BMW 116 of Luke Pound, sharing with Christian Dart. Leader into Brooklands. It's Ginetta versus BMW, as it has been for most of this season in Brit Car Trophy, but it's a new Ginetta up front. Axel van Nederveen leads the way for Datum Motorsports. Adriano Medeiros, his very experienced driving partner, will take over at the pit stops. This is great stuff so far. Here's Baker up the inside in the Cop. Surely he's going to take the lead on the inside. He does so. Mark Lee into third place. So we'll pick the leaders up as they come through towards Maggots, and it should be the BMW ahead. Or has Axel van Nederveen got the cut back here? Yes, he has, and he holds the lead. Good driving by the Ginetta pilots. Are we going to see Simon Baker's run of victories ended this season? He won twice on the international layout here at Silverstone at the start of the season, sharing with Kevin Clark, and then took two wins, only just, with Ollie Rubin at Snetterton. Trophy category, of course, didn't go to Alton Park. It was just the endurance class on that occasion. There is Steve Rothery. He still leads Class 2 in 5th overall. That's a Class 2 car. He's got the green sunstrip on that car. Peugeot 308, number 308. Behind him, Andy Stoko's Dayglow BMW. The Clio class still being led by the Thompsons. Aaron Thompson is currently 12th overall. James Black second in that division, and the O'Brien Cherrington car in third. Taylor and Jones, the Black Golf, still leads Class 3. Number 45 of Arthur McMahon, his Honda Civic, is now second. And the two invitation classes just with one or two runners in each. Everybody is still going at the moment. The last run-up is the Hancock Smarts Porsche Boxster, which starts at the back of the grid. Black and white flag being shown to car 177. That's Ryan Firth's Clio. Warning for exceeding track limits. If he does it again, he'll risk a penalty. Oh, and in the pits, that was a car I said might be worth watching this weekend. It's the Nissan 370Z, the Jam Sport run car, has come in. And the pit window's not yet open, the bonnet is up, there's clearly a problem there. Well, here come the leaders, they'll be coming up soon to lap the 106 car, the BMW Z3 of Stephen Murphy. A couple of Z3s in this race, running in Class 2 Invitation. Leading that class, number 18 of Callum Bates at the moment. There goes Mark Lee, he's dropped back from the two leaders. Lead gap last time through was just over 2 seconds. The pit window will be opening, I think, fairly shortly as well. There is the BMW Z3. The 118 car is going back out. Mark Skeets will still be in the car. Nissan 370Z. Stunning looking car that is, run by the Jam Sport team, more famous for their Ford Fiestas and mini challenge cars. Jamie Going, the team boss of Jam Sports, successful Fiesta racer himself. There's one of our Porsches, the Green Machine, number 97, Gary Lawrence and Richard Avery. They've been racing Porsches for a number of years between them. Raced successfully with these Boxsters in other one-make series. Oh, here's some cars coming in, including the Class 3 Championship and overall Championship leader, Steve Griffiths, handing over to Jamie Vinol-Meyer. Formula Ford hot shoe as well. One of the Golfs came in there as well, number 77, Finn Jones, handing over to Tony Rogers in the number 77 Volkswagen Golf Mark 5. A couple of the front runners have come in. Mark Lee is in the pits with his Ginetta from third place. Rob Smith has come in the Peugeot RCZ as well, I can tell you, to hand over to Charlie Campbell. Steve Rothery stays out, so he'll go up into third place. So two of the top 5 in the pits. Ryan Firth has come in as well to hand over to Andy Mollison. There's Mark Lee, the transport company boss in the SVG Motorsports Ginetta, driving solo. Has to get out of the car, of course, while some fuel goes in. There's number 4, that's Anton Spires. He could be a favourite for the Clio class here. And the leader is in. There is Axel van Nederveen. There is Adriano Medeiros, vastly experienced racer. Races in the colours of Jesus Saves Racing, the team set up by Alex Ribeiro many years ago, fellow Brazilian. He gets in. Axel van Nederveen gets out. Great first stint, has led all the way so far in his first Brit car race, and the second place car, I can tell you, has come in as well out of our sight there. Simon Baker has come in, and Ollie Rubin, leading historic racer with his father Nigel. They've been seen out in classic TVRs among other things, is going to take over. Steve Rothery's come in as well, so all the leaders are coming together. Sarah Franklin in the black Clio there in the background, the TerraClean sponsored car, she's in. Well, there's William Lynch's BMW, very menacing looking car that one is, running in Class 1 Invitation. Over the line goes the Ginetta. It is Adriano Medeiros still in the lead, and now we'll see what the gap back to Ollie Rubin is. He's held his lead as all the leaders came in together at the pit window. Wait for Ollie Rubin in the number 10 BMW to come over the line. The gap is 23.2 seconds. So quite a considerable gain by 111 Datum Motorsport there. We'll wait to see how the lap times work out. The BMW's last lap was actually 2 seconds quicker, near on exactly 2 seconds quicker than the car ahead of it. Mark Lee in third is a further 15.6 seconds back in his Ginetta, but he's lapping in the 2:26s, so a bit slower on board with Paul Vokes. Now, will he see Mark Lee behind him and let the Ginetta through? Come up towards the Vale and into Club. There's the wing building on the right, the Formula 1 podium. Mark Lee not yet getting through. Now he does, into the Club complex. There's the Ginetta. Still in third place, but he's 11 seconds, nearly 12 seconds off Ollie Rubin. Rubin back up to pace now, he's just in a 2:20.913. Adriano Medeiros did the fastest lap of the race though last time through, 2:20.197, leads by 33 seconds, so it's looking good for the Ginetta. Completes his 17th lap this time through. Through Chapel onto the Hanger Straights. He's coming up to lap Richard Higgins shortly, he's 7th, third in Class 2, the blue Porsche 996, run by Country Classics. County Classics, I should say, sorry. Country Classics sounds more like a radio station. Leader coming down towards Club. There's one of the BMW Z3s. Well, good to have a couple of those in the Brick Car Trophy this weekend. They're running in their own class, Class 2 Invitation. That's being led by Callum Bates, number 18. Woodards are still going. The BMW Mini, they're at the tail of the field along with the Skeets May Nissan. David May on board. Our YouTube chat, Jack Rothery cheering on his dad Steve. Hello Jack. His dad currently looking set to win Class 2 in 5th overall. Going into the closing stage now, less than a minute to go. It's looking good for Axel van Nederveen and Adriano Medeiros. They've not been headed in this race in the Ginetta. Here he comes. The last lap this time for the 111 car. Only 30 seconds left on the clock, near enough. Into Luffield with back markers ahead. A little bit of a slide there for Medeiros into Luffield. Blue flag being waved by the marshals to tell the back markers that a faster car is approaching. They just need to hold their lines, let them through. Comes up onto the BMW Z3 there, and the Honda Civic of the Cook family. Steve Cook on board. They won the class title last year. No problem with the back markers there. Adriano Medeiros, the experienced Brazilian, is heading for victory. Car started by Axel van Nederveen from Holland. The Nissan back into the pits again. 4 stops for them. They're still struggling, but they're going to try and make the finish. That's a remarkably low rate of attrition in this race, which is great. Just a couple of cars retiring into the pits, as we mentioned. Well, Ollie Rubin is not going to catch the Ginetta. It's going to be a first defeat for Woodrow Motorsport and their BMW this season. They're going to have to settle the second, Simon Baker and Ollie Rubin. They're 35 seconds down. They will get the consolation of the fastest lap. There is the BMW. And it's going to be Mark Lee's Ginetta to complete the podium. Give you the class roundup as well, once the leaders have taken the checkered flag, which they will do this time. Here comes Adriano Medeiros along the Sir Lewis Hamilton straights, coming up on Richard Higgins in the Porsche 996. There is the second place car. He's at Stowe, so you can see what the gap is. There is Mark Lee, third place. He's coming out of Beckett's in his Ginetta, keeping up his run of podiums this year. There's the BMW Z3, number 106, the Whitebridge Motorsport car of Stephen Murphy. I believe he's the son of Chris Murphy, the Aston Martin racer. Could be wrong. But here's our leader. Somebody hasn't got it wrong today. Adriano Medeiros and Axel van Nederveen. They've not put a wheel wrong in this race. They've led all the way, held their lead through the pit stops, and they are going to take a win on their first appearance of the Goodyear Brick Car Endurance Trophy category in 2021. Here they come out of the final corner. There is the checkered flag. It's a win for Datum Motorsport in their Ginetta. Axel van Nederveen and Adriano Medeiros take the win. 52 minutes, 5.232 seconds their winning time. 21 laps completed. We await second place to come through, which will be the number 10 BMW. Here comes Ollie Rubin in the car, started by Simon Baker. They're beaten for the first time in Brick Car Trophy this season, sliding through the final corner in celebration. And it's going to be second place, second in Class 1 for the BMW 1 Series. They do get the consolation prize of fastest lap as well. Ollie Rubin, a 2:20.077. And third place, it's going to be the number 74 SVG Motorsport Ginetta. Here comes Mark Lee. Looks like his headlights damaged there. He's had a bit of contact somewhere. Hasn't slowed him down though. Mark Lee keeps up his run of podiums this year. He will take third in the Ginetta. Fourth is going to be the BMW Andy Stocco and David McDonald. Great result for them. Let's have a look at the confirmed results then. Van Nederveen and Medeiros the winner by 35.6 seconds over Baker and Rubens BMW, their first defeat of the season. Third for Mark Lee in the Ginetta, ahead of Andy Stocco and Dave McDonald's BMW in fourth. Steve Roddery, the winner of Class 2 in fifth, and Evans and Stoney's BMW, the only other car on the lead lap. Richard Higgins third in Class 2 in seventh in his Porsche. Eighth goes to Terry Stevens in his Peugeot 308. The Clio of Ryan Firth and Andy Mollison takes ninth, and Andrew Porter's Porsche Boxster rounds out the top 10. 11th goes to Class 1 invitation winner William Lynch in his BMW. 12th place for Gary Lawrence and Richard Avery's Porsche Boxster. 13th is the Class 3 winner, which is Arthur McMahon in his Honda Civic. 14th goes to the Tucker and Vokes BMW of Team Brits, and the Thompsons in 15th overall win the Clio category. 16th behind them is Bill Forbes' Ginetta. 17th was Chris Murphy's BMW Z3. In 18th place, Taylor and Jones. 19th, Jones and Rogers, the two Golfs, second and third in Class 3. Rounding out the top 20 overall, the second of the Clios, James Black. And Griffiths and Vinol Meyer, only fourth in Class 3. They'll be a bit disappointed with that, because that could put a dent in their championship hopes. Behind them, Darren Gerhardt and Anton Spires. Sarah Franklin, fourth in the Clio category. And behind them was Anthony Hutchins with his Porsche Boxster. Charlotte Birch in the Ginetta. And behind her, Callum Bates wins Class 2 invitation with his BMW Z3. The Cook family next, then Planton McMahon in the Alfa Romeo. Stephen Murphy finished in 29th. 30th, Luke Pound and Christian Darts for Team Brit in the BMW 116. That completes the top 30. The other cars that were still running, Hancock and Smart's Porsche Boxster and the Woodards in the BMW Mini. Let's hand down to Ian Waterhouse in Parc Ferme then.
Welcome everybody down to the Parc Ferme. What a wonderful race we saw there. Here is the winning car, Axel van Niedeman, and this man over here, Adriano. It's just, Adriano, come on, let's have another chat. We've spoken quite a lot today, haven't we?
Yes.
Actually, that's what happens when you win races.
Exactly, so it's a great time. But I have to say, it's a really proud moment for me because I'm racing alongside Axel.
Yeah.
And we have to say Axel has done an amazing job on his stints.
Where is Axel, by the way? Where is he? We want to grab him, don't we?
Yeah, Axel is here. There
Axel, come on.
Come over, please.
Come over, please. We've got to speak to him as well.
Definitely.
It's a team effort, isn't it?
Exactly, not just that, but I've been Axel's driver coach now for 5 years.
Yeah.
So we've been together, I've been teaching him, and to see him to drive the way he drove on his first stint is better than a win, if you like, because I'm part of that. I teach him how to drive the car, and
he's having to walk all the way around, isn't he? Bless him. Talk us through the car. I mean, what is this like to drive? It's absolutely sensational, isn't it?
It's an amazing car. So I think Ginetta has done a great work to create the Ginetta Academy. That's what it is.
Yeah.
There is few change to be in line with Britcar Trophy, like the size of the wheels, and we have a bigger tank so we can fill up to do 50 minutes race. But the car has a great balance and it's really, really good, especially for someone like Axel, which is an amateur driver.
Yeah.
It's an incredible car.
Well, we saw in qualifying, it was very difficult conditions in qualifying, and you guys stuck it on pole quite late in the day, actually, didn't you?
Yes, exactly. So it was quite difficult. I have to say, I have a lot of steaming on my wing. It was a little bit difficult to see, but we did it. I'm very pleased with that.
Here he comes, Axel. Come on, Axel. Come on, it's just been singing your praises, but it's a team effort, isn't it? Congratulations. How good is Adriano as well?
He is my master.
Thank you.
Guys,
No, we've been working here now, was it
5 years?
Yeah.
5 years.
And yeah, in a way, this is the first time. It's the circuit that I love.
Yes.
That we both love.
Yeah.
And I think the work we put in certainly paid off.
But you know what the best thing is, guys? You've got to do it all again later. How
Yes.
good is that? How
Let's
good is
hope
that?
we can repeat the same next time.
Congratulations. I think there's a couple of nice trophies down there for
Thank you
you
very much.
as well.
Well, welcome back to the home of British Motorsports here at Silverstone, ready for the second race of the day for the Goodyear Britcar Endurance Championship Trophy category. Dave Goddard here taking you through the action. We'll have a look at the grid for race 2. This was fixed by the second quickest time for each car in the qualifying session this morning. It was very wet in qualifying. Second fastest time for each car then gives you the grid as follows, and we'll give you the starting drivers as well. Pole position goes to the number 7 BMW, the Canyon racing car. Andy Stocco will start that car, handing over to David McDonald at the mandatory pit stop. No pit penalty for that car either, because the top 3 in each class in race 1 get a few extra seconds at their pit stop. Alongside will be number 74, the SVG Motorsport Ginetta of Mark Lee, and he will have a number 5, have a 5-second penalty at his pit stop. The second row will be the number 111, the winners of race 1, Dayton Motorsport Ginetta. Axel van Nederveen starts that car, shared with Adriano Medeiros. They have a 15-second success penalty. Alongside them, the number 20, that's the Peugeot RCZ. That failed to finish race 1. Rob Smith starts, Charlie Campbell will take over. Row 3, number 82, the Quattro Motorsport BMW. That will be started by Richard Evans. Shane Stoney will take over. They have a 10-second success penalty at their pit stop. And alongside will be number 308, Steve Rothery, and he has a 15-second penalty, the winner of Class 2 in race 1 in his Peugeot. The pack about to be unleashed. Andy Stocco and Mark Lee on the front row of the grid, and here we go. The power comes on, and down towards Copse they go for the first time. Mark Lee with a good start in the Ginetta from the outside. Andy Stocco is there on the inside though. It's Axel van Nederveen tucked in on the inside. Are they all going to get round Copse okay for the first time? There's the 45, Arthur McMahon, winner of Class 3 in race 1 in his Honda Civic. It is Andy Stocco who's got the early lead, leading a brick car race for the first time, I think, in his BMW. Mark Lee second, Axel van Nederveen, the Dutchman, is third. Then we've got the BMW of number 10, Ollie Reuben, already up into 4th place. The reason for that slow lap, not long after his pit stop, we heard after the race, he had a spin coming through Club Corner out of my sight. That's what dropped him back from the race leader in race 1. He'll aim to make amends here. Rob Smith in the Peugeot RCZ failed to finish race 1, is 5th. Up the outside comes Ollie Reuben. He's going to take 3rd place away, so he's ahead of that white Ginetta for the first time today. It's the BMW Andy Stocco and David McDonald who heads the way into the right-hander at Stowe Corner for the first time. Pick up the class leaders at the end of lap number 1. Superb sight this huge field makes. Stocco from Lee, and Ollie Reuben's gone wide. Has Ollie Reuben got a problem? I think he has. Yes, the BMW is pulling over. Oh dear, the Class 1 dominator so far this season. Ollie Reuben's hit problems already. Oh, what a shame. One of the favourites is out. Here they come then. Mark Lee has a look on the inside to try and take the lead. Well, this has thrown this race rather wide open, hasn't it, among the overall and Class 1 runners. There's Sean Woodard, the number 49, the BMW Mini. I'm sure the Woodard family are watching on. Yes, they are, on the YouTube chat. On board with Team Brits, this is Paul Vokes at the wheel of the number 70 BMW. Chasing his way through the infield loop. Arthur McMahon's Honda Civic ahead of him there. You can see some spots of rain on the windscreen, so we could have another curveball thrown into things by Silverstone here. I think the BMW of number 10, Ollie Reuben, has got going again, so I don't know what the problem is there. I thought I saw him there in the midfield. Mark Lee up the inside. Oh, and Andy Stocco's run wide at Brooklands there. Now, is that a symptom of the track getting damp? We'll wait and see. Did he run wide? Did he just miss his braking point, or has he slid out wide there on some rain? Well, whatever, it's given Mark Lee the lead in number 74. Van Nederveen is second in the Ginetta. Down to 3rd goes Andy Stocco at the inside. Here comes Steve Rothery. He's going well in the number 308 Peugeot. He's up into 3rd place. And here comes another Peugeot, Rob Smith, chasing in the number 20 car, shared with Charlie Campbell. Well, Steve Rothery, the clear leader of Class 2. It's Mark Lee in the Ginetta G56 who leads the way. Number 74, looking for his first win of the season. Came within a bumper almost at Snetterton, was caught on the line by Simon Baker in the BMW. Now, has that number 10 car got going again or not? Yes, it has. It's in there somewhere. He's down in 19th place, Ollie Reuben. Yeah, just caught a glimpse of it in the background there. going through Beckett's. Still a very long way to go. The pit window won't open until 20 minutes in. There is the Class 2 leader, Steve Rothery, raced in various saloon events with that Peugeot over the years. Terry Stevens' Peugeot is up into 8th place as well. He's come through the field nicely. Ruben there in 9th. Oh, we've got a tangle, and it's the Woodard BMW Mini again. Oh, that car's having no luck today. It's tangled with, is that one of the Clios? No, it's a Golf. Now, which of the Golfs is that? I think that might be the number 46 car of Rob Taylor that he's tangled with there. Now, they're off at the exit club on the run into the Hamilton Straight. And the safety car is out. Not surprisingly, with those two cars in the gravel there, the safety car has come out. There's still some clear-up work going on down there. Yes, the light's still flashing, so I think it's going to be everybody into the pits this time while the safety car is still out. Watch that pit lane entrance. Yep, everybody in. Let's have a look then. Who's coming in? We'll have a look at the pit lane entrance, see who comes in and who stays out. Here they come. Everybody in, as I expected. Mark Lee's there. Axel van Nederveen's there, Steve Rothery's there, Andy Stokoe's there, Richard Evans, Richard Higgins. What about the cars that have stayed out? Well, Rob Smith's Peugeot RCZ's taking the lead of the race because he's still out. Ollie Rubin's come in as well to hand over to Simon Baker. Of course, with the safety car out, you lose less time when you make your pit stop. So yes, Mark Lee is going to be the leader when everything cycles through, I think, in the number 74 Ginetta. What's his margin going to be over the Stokoe McDonald car? 13.5 seconds. They've just crossed the line. But Simon Baker's just done the fastest lap of the race, 2:21.578, and that's 3 seconds quicker than the car ahead of him. Next through is Rothery, and there is Adriano Medeiros, the Ginetta. The Brazilian goes through, passes the Peugeot. There's the leader, well, the de facto race leader, because Anthony Hutchins is out front, but he hasn't pitted yet. We've got just over 20 minutes of this race still to go, so we're past half distance in this Goodyear Brick Car Endurance Championship Trophy category race. And it's going to be Mark Lee who emerges from the pit stop window in the lead, having only served a 5-second penalty, third in race 1. Of course, Anthony Hutchins currently out in front in the Porsche Boxer, but he hasn't pitted yet, so his demise will be inevitable. On board with Team Brit, they're running in 14th place. Waiting to see where everything's going to cycle through. Look at that rain cloud up ahead. I hope that stays away from the circuit. On board with Andy Tucker in the BMW at the moment. He's taken over from Paul Vokes. Looks like a bit of damage to his windscreen possibly there. Whether it's just dirt, I'm not sure. Here's a battle between Boxsters, Ginettas. The Alfa Romeo Giulietta is in there. That's now being driven by Paul Plant. Hutchins has now come in, so the last car makes its pit stop. Look at this, it's like a Caterham race down the Hanger Straight. They're all slipstreaming each other. So once Mark Lee goes over the timing line, we'll be able to tell you the race order, hopefully, now that everybody is completing their outlaps, with the exception of Hutchins. Wait to see Mark Lee come through when we can pick him up. He'll be leading, yes, so Hutchins, there is Lee. Hutchins in the pits, Lee is leading. And who's going to come through? I think it's David McDonald in the blue and yellow BMW. The Canyon Racing car is going to come through second. No, it's Baker's got ahead of him. Baker is 15.6 seconds down on the Ginetta, so the chase is on. There's the BMW. That's up to second place now. It's McDonald third in the blue BMW. Yes, he's just got past him at the end of that previous lap. Okay, we can establish the order then. Fourth place is Adriano Medeiros. There's the Ginetta. We await Mark Lee to come through. I saw him come through Woodcut. I see he's come back into the pits. Mark Lee's gone back into the pits. What's going on here? Is there a problem? And Baker's gone back in as well. What's going on? Have they got a penalty? Yeah, Mark Lee has got a stop-go penalty. He must have had a short pit stop. He's had to serve a stop-go penalty. Now, this is going to change things. Baker's come back in as well. I didn't get notification as he had a stop-go as well. So both the leading cars could be in trouble here. Baker's come back in. Let's see if we can see where the number 10 BMW is. So that has given the lead to Adriano Medeiros. He's just got ahead of McDonald. Yep, they must have both had stop-go penalties, those two. I can only assume for short pit stops, because you have to make a minimum 2-minute pit stop. And well, that's totally changed the complexion of this race. Number 97 has been given a stop-go as well. Who's number 97? That's the Gary Lawrence Richard Avery Porsche. Now, if you're short on your pit stop, you serve the time you were short as a stop-go penalty. Now, it looks as though both Baker and Lee have fallen victim to that. So it's now Adriano Medeiros who leads once again with 15 minutes to go. Second place is David McDonald. There he is in second place. There's a battle between a couple of grey coupes. BMW Z4 and Porsche Z3 rather, and Porsche Boxster. And is that the number 7 car slowing? He's got a puncture, I think, David McDonald. There's something wrong with the left front. I think he's had a tyre go down. So number 7 is coming in. It seems like nobody wants to win this race. There's our leader, Adriano Medeiros from Richard Higgins. We'll see what the lead margin is in a moment. In the battle for the Class 2 lead, the Clio is only actually 5.5 seconds off Richard Higgins in the Porsche. The lead gap is 35 seconds, so Adriano Medeiros, I think, has only got to keep going, and he's going to take the win here because all his Class 1 rivals have hit trouble, although Simon Baker is now back up into 4th place, and he's only 2.5 seconds off Richard Higgins. In fact, that's the Team Brit car in trouble. Marshall's there with the fire extinguisher, I think. Yeah, there's problems there for Team Brit. Number 70, that's Andy Tucker. That car very much out of the race. Look at the smoke. Well, they don't call this championship endurance for nothing, and to finish first you have to finish. I hope our camera doesn't get burnt out. Oh dear. The curse of the onboard camera strikes again. Mark Lee, I can tell you, has got the Ginetta past the Class 2 cars now, so it's fairly close for second. But Mark Lee is 35 seconds down on Medeiros, so the Ginetta's back up into second after that stop-go penalty. Third is Richard Higgins. Look how dark it's getting. Keep those rain clouds away. No rain dancing, please. Richard Higgins third. And he's, as I said, only 2.5 seconds ahead of Simon Baker's BMW now. 1.5 seconds behind him is Ryan Firth in the Clio in 5th. 6th is Evans and Stoney. 7th is the Nissan 370Z of Mark Skeets. That's moved up into 7th, so they're getting some good reward for today. In 8th place, we've got Steve Rothery recovering after an extra quick visit to the pits. Did he have a stop-go as well? I'm not sure. 9th place, number 14 of Terry Stevens, and the Spano and Bentley Ginetta rounding out the top 10. And the checkered flag is out. The checkered flag has come out early. Is that because of the weather threatening? I'm not sure. That checkered flag's come out 9 minutes early. I expect, it might be because we're reaching the circuit curfew. Yes, I think that's because of time. I think the curfew is at 6 p.m. today, so the checkered flag comes out early. Well, let's give you the provisional result then. Van Nederveen and Medeiros take their second win of the day, completing 14 laps, 37 seconds clear of Mark Lee in a Ginetta 1-2. Richard Higgins takes third overall and wins Class 2 in his Porsche. Evans and Stoney are fourth in their BMW, and Andy Mollison and Ryan Firth take fifth in their Clio. Baker and Rubin given a 30-second penalty after the flag there. They drop to 6th. Steve Rothery's Peugeot is 7th after an extra pit visit. 8th goes to Terry Stevens' Peugeot. Peter Spano and Andy Bentley are 9th. And rounding up the top 10, the Nissan of Mark Skeets and David May. Andrew Porter's Porsche Boxster 11th, ahead of Alistair Lindsay's Seat. 13th goes to Bill Forbes' Ginetta. 14th, Anthony Hutchins, who led for a lap in his Porsche Boxster during the pit stops. And the BMW of Chris Murphy rounds out the top 15. 16th, and the winners of Class 3, Taylor and Jones in their Golf, ahead of Bates BMW. The William Lynch BMW wins the Invitation Class 1, Invitation Class 2 won by Callum Bates. Then behind them, the Peugeot RCZ, which finished down in 19th place. The 57, the McMahon Plant Alfa Romeo was next. Then outside the top 20, Hancock and Smart's Porsche Boxster, the Spires, and Gerhardt's Clio. That wins the Clio class in 22nd. Then Stephen Murphy's BMW, Charlotte Birch's Ginetta, the Thompsons in their Clio, second in class this time. Arthur McMahon's Honda Civic, the Jamie Vinelmeyer and Steve Griffiths Ginetta, that got a 30-second penalty as well. Then Sarah Franklin's Clio and the Stokoe and McDonnell BMW, who of course had to pit to change a puncture. Well, that's the top 30 then. There are only a couple of other cars left running after that. We'll hand down to Ian Waterhouse in Parc Fermé.
Right, everybody, welcome down to Parc Fermé. That was exciting, wasn't it? Of course, the 6 p.m. curfew means we have to finish up a little bit early, don't we? Yeah, but here he is. It's a pair of wins, Adriano. Well done. Talk us through that one.
Thank you. It was a little bit more harder. So I haven't had much idea where I was when I got on the car, and I noticed from the boards that I was P3, so I gave a good push, and so luckily it seems to me like the guys on the front row, so the guys, Mark Lee has had a penalty or
it was
something.
5-second penalty.
And then I noticed that would be our place to be, and I really enjoy that, so it's really nice.
And here he is as well, Axel, Axel, congratulations. It's a perfect weekend, hasn't it, really, guys?
Yeah, bit of luck.
Yeah, but you make your own luck, don't you, in life, you know?
No, well, yeah. Without luck, you're not going to get it.
No luck at all.
What are you going to do with all this champagne, guys? What are you going to do with all that?
Drink it!
Well, no, congratulations. A pair
Thank
of
you very
wins,
much. Thank
Axel
you.
and Adriano. Now here's Mark Lee. Mark, I saw you a little bit earlier in the day, actually. The car was up here at Scrutineering for quite a long time. I was getting a little bit worried, but it seems to have the pace.
Yeah, it just went up Rolling Road, just yeah.
Oh, fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, the penalty,
What did I do wrong? I don't.
Well,
would it pit
I'm
stop?
not sure, actually,
I wonder if it will pit stop.
I think it might have just been a touch too quick, but
it's a shame
still,
as well, isn't it?
It is a shame, but second place, you've got to be proud of yourself.
After the penalty, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, definitely,
And I've spoken to you before, actually, and told you how much I like this car. And still haven't let me drive it. I can't say I blame you, though. Congratulations, Mike. Great weekend. Fantastic stuff. And number 15 as well. Let's go chat to Mr. Richard over here. Here he is, and he's got a big smile on his face. Congratulations.
Yeah, I thought it was fourth. Yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it? Do you need that book?
No, please do. Please do. You need it more than I do.
I had no idea what was going on.
Of course, the checker flag came out a little bit early because of curfew. That's the reason why. But actually, kind of worked in your favour then, didn't it?
Totally. Had it been another lap. I thought two BMWs were. Obviously, he was first, and I thought he obviously was second. And then the two BMs went past us. Yeah. And they must have. They'd stop goes then.
Well, number 10, Ollie Rubin. They had to come in for a stop go penalty.
Right.
Yeah, so that kind of did for that, and that gave you that kind of helped out, didn't it? Big time.
Yeah. And then the BM 82. Stoney, he's bloody quick. We wouldn't have had another lap, so.
I think everybody's pretty quick, including you as well.
That was brilliant. And then, so we're thinking, yes, we got a first in class, and then we come in, we got a third as well.
Brilliant. Congratulations.
Absolutely brilliant.
Well,
fantastic.
big smiles. That's what we like.
Cheers,
big smiles here for Britcar. That rounds out the action, but what a treat it was.